Thanks for your time, first of all. And so, Juliette, it seems so easy to forget about previous achievements when we're facing new challenges in the present. But the movie perfectly shows us how important it is to always keep in mind what previous generations have already achieved when it comes down to equal rights and freedom. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree with you. That's why I thank my mother, because she was in the movement in the 70s. I'd say early 70s. She was a feminist, and she brought me to those how do you call it, a manifestation, strikes. Yeah. So it was, when I read the script, it was fun for me, because I say, okay, that I know, and I'm happy to do that character that is transforming throughout the film, and for everybody to understand where we come from. And there were courageous women. I started a long time ago with Georges Sand, in the 19th century, who was an amazing woman, and she would dress up like a man in order to go to the theater, because women were not supposed to go to the premieres. They were not allowed. Oh, wow. So as a critic, she had to dress up as a man. Amazing. And yeah, there have been some very courageous women, and pay the price of their need of freedom. And we have the privilege of that freedom nowadays.
And when you were 17 years old yourself, a young adult, how important or crucial was it to really make your own decisions and to don't allow any other voices, no matter if close to you or not close to you, to tell you what life to live or what decisions to make?
Well, very early on, I lived with my sister in Paris when I was 15, and my mother was teaching 2.5 hours away from Paris by car. So we were living alone. And it was rough, but I learned very early on what it is to be an adult and to make my choices. But I think what's important is to hear, I'd say, the angel voice. So some kind of voice inside you that is looking after you, and be in tune with that voice. Because you've got to use your intuition to make choices. Right. And yet there's a reality, so you've got to use your head as well, your mind, but it's not the main who's going to take you in something new, and because you've got to break habits, to really make choices that's going to make a change in your life. So the equilibrium between intuition and yeah, a sensation of truth, what is your truth? And of course you can speak with, I spoke with my agents a lot, because they're good friends, mainly my friends, yeah.
And do you believe the fight for equal rights will ever stop? Do you see a future where, 17-year-old girls and 17-year-old boys react surprised to the fact that fighting for equal rights was ever a thing back in the past?
I think it takes a life to get along with the other, the other sex in a way. Because you've got to, there's so much to understand,
right?
To let go of fears, to let go of ego stuff, and that love is stronger. And also to participate is the most important, and to give is the most important. When you understand that, you're less in a kind of protection place, then you can allow very easily the opposite sex, in my opinion. So it takes a while. Depends how you were born and educated, and how aware you are. Because some women, to be submitted, they feel comfortable with that because that's the way they believe they should be. But to be really free in a way, it takes a while. to understand what freedom is for oneself, and that giving is the real freedom. When you know that that is the movement that's going to really free you from, and giving with a happy and willful way, you know,
Right.
and then you're liberated from fears.
Awesome. Juliette, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Oh, you're welcome.